Welcome to a project on green anarchism. Here is a short video clip on anarchism as a whole.
On November 2nd, a largely peaceful strike in Oakland was eclipsed by nighttime clashes. Police and black-clad agitators traded tear gas rounds, rocks, and bottles.
Divide a movement. We need to make sure that we are staying nonviolent.
I am an anarchist, but I'm 100% committed to nonviolence. I would never throw a rock at a police officer. But at the same time, I don't condone those tactics, but I wouldn't delegitimize them either. The American Revolution was extremely violent. The Civil War was extremely violent, and a lot of social changes brought about by violence.
In running conversations on sidewalks around City Hall Plaza, protesters passionately debate what should be done to prevent radical elements from hijacking their campaign.
Without leadership, then you have no direction.
Okay.
You have to have some sort of leadership.
When you put that leader thing in front of him, he's going to have an ego.
I absolutely agree.
He's going to have an ego.
But may I explain something to you?
Let me finish, bro.
What I'm saying is basically don't confuse leadership with dictatorship.
I don't.
We're not trying to have one.
I don't.
We're not trying to have one person saying, "I'm running the Occupy of Oakland movement."
In this video from Time magazine, you see 2 or 3 interactions about nonviolence and leadership in America. Now let's transition into Gary Snyder and Edward Abbey. Gary Snyder can be considered the godfather of green anarchism, and it all started when he was young and bedridden due to an accident. He fell in love with reading, and subsequently by high school started enjoying poetry, which is his connection to the beats. He fell in love with Walt Whitman as one of his favorite poets. He advises poets to get back in touch with ordinary things, with their body, the dirt or dust, anything they like. Snyder's view of nature is neither romantic nor one-dimensional. As he says, life in the world is not just eating berries in the sunlight. Moving on now to Edward Abbey. Edward Abbey is best known for writing The Monkey Wrenching Gang. What is Anarcho-Primitivism? An article in the Anarchist Library says this about the book: a dedication of young individuals to sabotage the infrastructure of a group trying to tame the wilderness of the American West. Henry David Thoreau wrote Walden, where he took a walk in the woods to live deliberately. Self-sufficiency and simple living were his main goals. John Zerzan, who can also be described as one of the godfathers of green anarchism, described his theory to live as hunter-gatherers has made him famous. A Woman on the Edge of Time by Marge Piercy is a feminist novel that has utopian anarchist philosophies. Own faith, one of the key terms, being self-sufficient in food. Fight Club is a good way to show some green anarchist teachings. Watch this short clip and key on a few things: pain and sacrifice. And after we've lost everything, we are free to do anything.
What is this? This is a chemical burn. It will hurt more than you've ever been burned, and you will have a scar.
What are you doing? Guided meditation worked for cancer. It could work for this.
Stay with the pain. Don't shut this out.
No, God!
Look at your hand. The first soap was made from the ashes of heroes, like the first monkey shot into space. Without pain, without sacrifice. You would have to run water over your hand to make it worse, or look at me. Or you can use vinegar to neutralize the burn.
Please let me have it, please.
First, you have to give up. First, you have to know, not fear, know that someday you're gonna die.
You don't know how this feels.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything.
The author of Fight Club also gives a take on Buddhist teachings of stripping everything off a person and making them nothing, leaving them for 3 days with no food, shelter, or encouragement outside of the house in order to get into Fight Club.